Pest control. Chemicals are first used against weeds and animal pests in the late 19th century. But it is only after 1945 that they begin to be used on a large scale. A pesticide called DDT is then used to kill weeds, rats, and insects. Its negative impacts on the environment start to become known in the early 1950s. In 1970, the use of DDT is forbidden in Swedish agriculture. Artificial fertilizer. Experiments with artificial fertilizer began towards the end of the 19th century. At first, there's not much interest, but sales start to grow in the late 1940s. Thanks to artificial fertilizer, it is possible to run farms entirely without animals. Mechanization. The mechanization of agriculture, which began slowly at the end of the 19th century, really takes off after 1945. Factory-made machines and tools arrive at the farms. They are driven by new power sources such as fossil fuels and electricity. Farming in a new way. After 1945, traditional farms become more unusual. Farms usually specialize in either animal husbandry or crop farming. New laws, rules, and taxes increasingly govern their operations. Diversity. Differences are often strengths in nature. A species with many different heritable characteristics has a good ability to adapt and survive when its surrounding environment changes. The presence of many different species of plant, animals, fungi, and bacteria makes the environment more resistant to disturbances and attacks. For this reason, spraying with insecticides may do more harm than intended. It may kill not only pests, but also useful insects, and it may affect important functions in nature. Eutrophication, or over-fertilization. Since the 1950s, large amounts of nitrogen and phosphorus from artificial fertilizer have been added to fields. If the plants do not manage to absorb all of these nutrients, the remainder may run off with water into streams and rivers. These excess nutrients can cause eutrophication in the seas, which makes algal blooms more likely. When phosphorus is added to the fields with artificial fertilizer, less mycorrhiza is formed, because plants no longer need to feed energy to fungus partners in order to get phosphorus. This in turn causes a fall in the humus content of the soil. Clear felling of woods. Many fungi are only able to form mycorrhiza to collaborate with a single species of tree. If all trees in a large area are felled, the fungi starve and die. Then CO2 is released when the fungi and roots decompose. Soil compaction. Agricultural machines are becoming larger and heavier. Their weight may compress the earth in the fields, destroying its porous structure. The topsoil can be loosened up again by various agricultural tools. It is harder to use machines to loosen up the structure deep down. One possible solution is to grow plants with deep roots that may create new tunnels in the tightly packed earth. GMOs. GMO stands for Genetically Modified Organism. As defined in Swedish law, a GMO is an organism whose genetic material has been modified in a way that does not happen naturally. Then a plant, an animal, or a bacterium may develop a function or a characteristic that it did not have before. Opinions about GMO technology differ. Some think it's unethical, undemocratic, and hard to control. Others think it can solve many problems that restrict agriculture and the food supply.